Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. Tonight was one of the funnest nights of the year. The Monday Night Raw to cap off WrestleMania weekend kicks us off in the next direction of seeing what's going to be happening in the spring/summer of 2013 for WWE. There's no other way to kick off, a new season of Monday Night Raw other than seeing, a new champion crowned, and Dolph Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank. Finally, Ziggler has been put on the back burner for the last few months. It looked like they were trying to make this guy a star a few times, only for once that, the pot started to actually boil inside of it, they pulled it off. The one big question mark for me on the year of 2012-2013 for Dolph Ziggler in this Money in the Bank run was TLC, why you would have him beat John Cena in the main event of a pay-per-view, only for him to have a big storyline at the Royal Rumble revolving around him being the number one person going in and one of the only few guys that are featured going into the Royal Rumble, only for him not to win it and then not be used at all at the Elimination Chamber going into WrestleMania, where he's not even featured in a singles match in a tag team of his little Team Ziggler clan of him and Big E going for the tag titles. A guy who has the Money in the Bank briefcase, who's been saying all year long that he's going to be headlining WrestleMania, should never be going into WrestleMania in a tag match. But Dolph Ziggler will be the king of SmackDown, I guess you can say. And it is a brand new reign for him. His title reign, 15 minutes after it started, has at least lasted as long as his last one. The big storyline revolving around this whole show, if you're a fan of the internet, which you are because you're watching this, had to do with The Rock saying that he was injured. I guess he tore a muscle off of one of his bones, and he basically no-showed the show, which sent everybody into his tailspin. The show was completely rewrote and rebooked, changing a lot of things around. Finally settling on Mark Henry becoming the number one contender for Monday Night Raw, the second year in a row after WrestleMania. It was last year CM Punk had to battle Mark Henry, I believe, 3 weeks in a row. Setting up the match with him and Chris Jericho at Extreme Rules. This year, John Cena got the benefit of going into the main event with Mark Henry, which sort of seemed like it was going to be a good match on paper, only to have the match end in a countout, which was a big question mark, confusion sort of deal. I have no idea why they were doing that the whole time. It was like, well, something good's going to happen, because when was the last time a match on Monday Night Raw ended in a countout? John Cena did at least beat the count, so he got the win and got his arm raised. Mark Henry came to do the beatdown. He held the title up. Right after that, his WrestleMania opponent, Ryback, came running down. He took out Mark Henry. He stood there and helped up John Cena. They did the little thing where they let each other do the pose. Ryback got all beefed up doing the feed me more crap. And as soon as that was done, the big clothesline to Cena, taking him out and then hitting the shell shock on John Cena, leaving him laying much like last year in Miami when Brock Lesnar made his return. I was guessing that they were going to be pushing CM Punk to the top, but I guess they have a backup program for him to do something else, which sort of makes me scratch my head, because I can't honestly think of anybody that CM Punk should be battling with, in the upcoming months. But maybe they are working on getting somebody in the mid-card ready to go to the main event, and that's also what we're looking for. Ryback is a guy that came onto the scene. He made his debut shortly before WrestleMania last year, and it looks like now he's going to be one of the biggest stars they've had. He headlined Hell in a Cell, mostly because of John Cena's injury. Then, much like Ziggler earlier, got put on the back burner and got put into this Mark Henry feud. I believe he went through 4 different WrestleMania opponents before the booking committee actually got, the guy that they wanted, and that ended up being Mark Henry. But I don't know, it's going to be fun. I'm not sure if this is going to be a one-on-one, but a little bit of me really thinks that this is going to be a 3-way involving Mark Henry, because why else would he be standing there holding up the title unless they were just trying to give us the massive swerve on that? But I don't really see anywhere for Mark Henry else to go, so I think a three-way would be real fun to do this. Big props to the crowd there in New Jersey. You guys capped off a good main event. Honestly, from a guy that attended last year's, I don't think you guys were as good, but I think you guys were really, really close. The Olay chants were honestly my favorite chants of the night, and I think that was really, really cool. For some reason, they put the belt back on Wade Barrett, who took the Intercontinental title back from The Miz. And, I don't know, my buddy Jack Swagger, he lost his comeback match, which ended up turning into the Alberto Del Rio. I was already hoping for that other match to be a three-way involving, it was Mark Henry, Ryback, and John Cena. So maybe there's no way in the world Jack Swagger's even going to be on the next pay-per-view. So maybe his t-shirt will just go on clearance or something like that. But we'll have to see. Jack Swagger, Del Rio, and Ziggler. What happens to this triad of guys if Ziggler just... if not Ziggler. But let's see if just Swagger falls off the face of the earth. We had pretty much a three-way battle royal of jobbers with three-man band against Santino, R-Truth, and Zack Ryder. Why this was on my TV, I have no idea. I thought the three-way story between Sheamus, Big Show, and Randy Orton was piss poor, horrible. Undertaker made a rare Raw, I guess you can say, appearance where he came out, started a speech, and was interrupted by The Shield, which brought out Team Hell No. I don't know if that was just to give Undertaker a sign-off, maybe help the fans out because they sort of advertised The Rock was going to be there and he didn't show up. We also didn't get Brock Lesnar or CM Punk. Paul Heyman hinted that they were there, but said that we would see them next week. Honestly, I thought this was a very fun edition of Monday Night Raw, and I'm looking forward to see where we go in the future. So we're off to Extreme Rules. Peace out, everybody. Have fun.